Well, they were not wrong about the weather. We've been quite lucky. Yesterday's run up Jackson River and today's run up Coppermine Creek are short runs and not a major issue if we need to pull out earlier, unlike Barn Bay 2 days ago. Today's run up Coppermine Creek, like Jackson River, also follows an old stock route cut through the dense bush in 1875 that linked Haast with Whataroa. It would be another 95 years before this part of the coast is linked by a road between Haast and Paringa. The vast areas of these river valleys have been grazed by cattle for over 100 years, being the only clear ground available. The Waita River closes up to a narrow gorge in a short distance between the coast and the mountains, so the stock route followed the grazing flats up Coppermine Creek on a gentler slope before hitting the edge of the ranges and a sequence of over 20 water catchments to cross between here and Mauraki Valley. There was no alternative. Just past Waita River, the mountains meet the coast with a sequence of bluffs and points that plunge straight into the Tasman Sea, so no beach access for stock drovers from Waita River north.
Background again.
Yes, the splitter is working. The people that like their vehicles can go to the right, the people that want a bit of a challenge can go to the left.
We'll go to the right. People who like their vehicles.
And I'm going to do the same because there's enough up the other track to excite you.
Turn off here, don't we? Yeah, Bob Holmes is going. Yeah, just follow Bob. If you're too short, you're going into a deep hole, the nose dives in, so the front can't grip, the back sort of... See it jumping!
We didn't have our back dipping, so he couldn't make it. Dipping, I mean.
The first gear breakage of the day. You can hear the bolts shear off when the strain is taken up by the tow vehicles. The vehicle's front recovery hook was attached to a removable outer bumper section held on by 2 bolts. The smaller location bolt had shared, allowing the bumper section to rotate on the larger securing bolt.
So you've actually got 6 bolts on together, and they should be like that was just mental. The seat big enough to be worth more than what the car is when they're going to trade it in.
Hey there, Rod. This is where we're parked. If you decide Copper Creek's a bit too much, you can go on the track to my right and just follow it up to Green Hut.
Roger. And is that an easier track, over?
Yeah, 100 times easier.
Is anybody else going that way?
I don't believe so.
What do you want to do?
You could, Garrett. I could too.
Well, we can go, we'll follow this guys at the moment, and just see how far we go.
Well, there's the hut there,
Yeah.
and we're following another river up anyway.
Yeah.
So no, I'd advise you to actually go back up that way.
Go
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
See, that one's going straight across,
Yeah.
and I reckon that'll be like the bogs from hell through there.
There's different people which you've got lost last night.
So we can go up to the hut and walk, since we know where the track is.
Yeah.
We can walk back the other way and meet them. Yeah.
Come back again.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
It's later again next year though, because we're booked up for Easter and Labour weekend.
The road into Coppermine Creek hut followed a grassed over river flat, so it was quite firm, but not far off to either side it was obvious the lush green covering was hiding a very deep peat swamp and was near floating in places.
Over there?
No, that'd be softer, I'd say. Yeah, just charge that now.
Yes.
Oh, there's another hut way over there. Yeah.
Oh, that looks like boggy to me.
No, it's all rocky base. Keep it going. Yep. See the rocks sticking out. Perfect.
As a rough guess, we could work out about where the rest of the team were going to come through, so we put on some wet weather gear and started walking down the track from the hut end. It was not long before we heard the dulcet sounds of engines revving in the bush. By the time we got to the source of the engine noise, a few of the vehicles had managed to turn around and head up the track we drove, while the rest had become a tad more committed than anticipated, while the rain continued to come down heavier.
Yep.
We're lifting.
Nothing in here. You actually got to get rid of here.
Go single, completely walk.
That way. Aren't they going to find through the bush over there?
A winch control box had had enough of the mud and decided it was no longer a team player. God help Neil if he had dropped that bloody screw.
Just idle. Stop.
You're taking your Hilux for a walk.
Well, that's why we cover the ropes now.
Half a bottle of
Winch out! Right! 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 Right!
I'm gonna need a tow, right?
Right! Right!
Clean, look at that, you're bloody clean. No, this is my best shirt. What are you doing now, boss?
Are you that hungry?
It was now just after 1 PM and it was raining quite hard, so it had taken us about 3 hours to cover less than 100 metres. The track from here back to the hut didn't appear to be that bad. Well, maybe.
That is stalwart. That way's better than that way. Well, we're not getting up there yet, or do you want another go? Oh, wait for the momentum, I'll be right. Righto.
Quite drivable too.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, you just slowed down. Momentarily. No, it's a dropping there. Oh, again.
It took us another 40 minutes to break out of the bush. I remember my comment earlier about the lush green areas off to the side of the track appeared to be deep peat swamps and near floating in places. Well, yep, that was right too. Back at the hut, it was time for a hot cuppa and a sandwich while the rain started to come down heavier.
Where are you going? Control it, man.
The guys that knew the area well were becoming increasingly concerned about the amount of water that was falling, as the area has one of the highest annual rainfalls in the world at 7 metres. The issue was with a series of lakes between us and the coast which fill up and then spill into the Waita River, our only way out of the valley. Our sedate drive in turned into a rapid exit as the water levels were already covering the beaches on the Waita riverbank. It was good to be back on the hardtop and heading south. The storm was predicted and had been building up steadily since the afternoon at Barn Bay, so we'd been lucky to complete all of the tracks over the 3 days. We pack up and start heading home tomorrow through torrential rain, but as you'll see in the next video, what happens on the coast generally stays on the coast, including the weather. Meantime, there are some cold beers to be consumed and another great meal to be enjoyed at the Hard Antler pub in Haast.